Alright, welcome back. A quick update. I had my first, not really a goof, it just didn't work out the way I wanted it, so I went back and redid something. If you guys remember, I took these brackets and I had installed them right here, and what I was going to do is just put the pipes up against this and drill the hole straight in. Well, when I laid the turbines in there, both the turbines down, put the pipes in, I could not get them low enough to line up perfectly centered on the turbine. So what I did was, since they were glued in, I just went through and chopped the top portion off, left the bottom on there, and at that point I took another, cut like a 1.5 inch ply piece about that long, well, about that wide, about, like I said, about 1.5 inches long. Went ahead, screwed the turbine mount to that, and then used that piece that was left here as a place to glue that mount. So the glue's setting up right now, and you can kind of see the screws laying on. The screws are, I had to dig out just a little bit of the wood with a Dremel, however you want to say it, to get the turbines to set low enough. Because what I normally did, because I decided after that wasn't going to work, I did the typical thing like I do a F-15. I took the tab on the pipe and I bend it flat, and I was going to just lay it flat and then drill and just put the screw straight down. That didn't work out very well either. So I had to bend my rails back to like they were, you know, and that stuff's not easy to bend. So they look kind of wobbly in some places, but they're back like they need to be. And I don't have the bell mouse on there, because when I installed it, I had the bell mouse on there. I took a little template that I had made, you know, I was laying it right here between the bell mouth and the turbine, and they weren't matching up. So I was like, what the heck? So I went back there. The pipes were even at the tailpipe, at the turkey feathers, but then when I made both of the turbines match as far as the gap, the number one side was in about 1/4 inch more than the number two side. I'm like, so what the heck? You know, and I looked at, checked my turbines. My turbines are perfectly lined up, you know. So what I ended up finding out, I guess, when I put the bell mouse on, the number one side didn't push in, or it pushed in further than this guy. So the pipes are exactly the same length. It's just when I drilled and pushed the bell mouth in and drilled for the screw holes, one was out a little further than the other. Easy fix, you know. I'll just rotate the bell mouth, get them exactly the same length, and re-drill one hole. I got exactly 3/4 inch gap between the bell mouth and the turbine, which is pretty good. So I believe you can go from like 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches and still be good for that. But that's setting up. Went ahead and glued the put a little high saw, leftover high saw from this, on my filter mounts, which is why they're propped up, keeping the filter up off the clip. And that is all I've done. I was out of town. I was up in Montgomery all day. That's about a 2-hour drive one way. So I went up there with my wife to the doctor. Went to the zoo after that with the kid, and then we come back, and that's what I started on. Took me a little while brainstorming to figure out what's up with that. I won't be able to do much tomorrow because we're going, me and some guys from the club are going to Hodges Hobby over in Georgia, which is a fantastic hobby shop, the best I've ever seen. And you walk out the back door, and there's a perfectly flat, you know, golf course type grass runway. He babies that runway. So I don't know what time I'll get back tomorrow. They've got their electric E-Fest going on this weekend over there. So got a couple things that I'm going to look for. I wasn't going to put one, but I think I'm going to. A little pressure gauge. Those things are kind of heavy. You know, I had them on the F-16. I had two of them, one for the brakes and one for the gear doors. So when you're pumping them up, you can see your air pressure right in the jet. My air pump has a PSI gauge on it, so I didn't really need them, which is why I was going to hold off. But I think I'm going to go ahead and add one right here. So, or actually two of them, if they have them at the hobby store. They usually do. That is about it. Something I've noticed when you do the pipes like this, they flex like this. You know, up and down they're good. But like this, they'll flex a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some wedges, some wood wedges, and once you know, everything's pretty close right now. But when I put the bell mouth on there, look through the rear, get the rear mounts done. Look through, get the turbine lined up, and if I have to, I'll put some little wedges, some little ply wedges right here, just to kind of support the left and right, and just kind of glue them in. That's about it. And maybe tonight I want to go ahead and start getting this airline done. What I'm going to do, instead of running a bunch of airlines, I'm just going to tie them all in close to the valves, and then just go with single lines down to a junction back here. So instead of having all the wires run back and forth, I'm just going to have one for each, you know, each of these. So it'll save on some clutter. But that's it for now. You guys have a good one. Like I said, if I don't get another video done tonight, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take it easy.